Salutations everyone, my name is Fucat, and welcome to Phobia 1.5. So this is a horror game that I've been meaning to revisit for a while now. The last time I played this was 5 years ago, and it was very terror-stricken to me. Me.
How'd he get up here? How'd he get up here? Oh, in your face! In your face!
In your face!
And in terms of the story, I don't remember much about it at all, because most of the time I was a slipshod in terms of reading stories back then, and most about that React life, so this is kinda gonna be a new experience for me in terms of reading up, so we're gonna go ahead and begin it. There's also an older version of Phobia, and I'll play that in the future. But I decided to come back to this because, I don't know, I want to see if this is desensitizing now. We'll see. What's the point of loading screens? Are these even mandatory? I know in Tony Hawk's American Wasteland they're not mandatory at all and you can remove them. It all began in a rather abnormal day. I had been driving for hours with still a couple more left to my destination. Being unfamiliar with the area, I took a wrong turn somewhere, which led me to drive for hours in a narrow road with no turning spots. Eventually running out of gas, I set on foot and started to look for shelter from the cold. The road seemed to go on forever, with no sign of life anywhere within miles. Finally reaching the end of the road, cold and exhausted, I saw a roof of a house appearing from behind the trees. It was a mansion. It looked like the place hadn't been touched for decades. When I opened the front door, my suspicions of the house being abandoned were confirmed. Disappointed from not getting help that I was looking for, but also relieved to get shelter from the freezing wind. I stepped in. I think this would make a good movie. I mean, involving just a solo person going into an uninhabited place. I was gonna say someone took a photo of me, but that's not the same photo. Is that from the previous version of the game? I'm not so sure. We appear to be in the kitchen. This is sort of like, based off of what I'm seeing right now, it's kind of like a symbiosis of a modern day Amnesia. Most of the house is too dark to explore. I need to find a way to get to the power. Okay. Well, first off, we need to get some matches, which I'm pretty sure there's some in here. I'm not sure where, though. Oh, right there. Okay, so we found some matches. Just in the pitch black. I recall that there were going to be matches in some dark place. Okay, so now, what were we going to do next? Did we go down to the basement? It's been so long, I can't remember everything. It's too dark? Okay. This is the basement. Oh my gosh, it's so dark in this. I think I can briefly see some things. Is there any options like gamma? Are you serious? What's with all these games and like the lack of options? I don't appreciate the dearth of brightness. Is that the power switch? Oh, it was. That was a lucky click. I was kind of just going around, just left clicking everywhere. Alright, we're back in the game. So now, we must move on further. It seems to be locked from the other side. How is that possible? Well, the monster's in there. Possibly the human being that was formerly in that locked him or herself in? We'll just have to see for ourselves. I mean, what other possible way could there be? It's starting to get cold. I should look around the house and see if I can warm up the place. Alright, so we have to go look for a fireplace, obviously. And that should be right here. There we go. It's getting late, and I'm tired from driving the whole day. I should look for a bed to sleep in. Alright, so we can head upstairs then, because that is where the bed is. And I believe we have to go right around this corner, which is where the basement is. But there are also stairs right here. I still remember the layout pretty well with this game. It won't budge, okay. This is the bathroom, I believe. It is. I might be getting paranoid. I even installed a word log to the tool cabinet. I feel like I'm too careful sometimes, which might be a good thing considering the importance of my work. I just need to remember the password. Okay, so he feels like he's being careful sometimes, which might just be a good thing. It's paranoid. I remember that. Or at least we'll see. I mean, he made it obvious. He's using all his, like, basic vocabulary. It's locked, so we had to go look for a key. Hopefully that is around the corner. In which this case it is. What else is in here? I want to read more story. Moving to this house was for the best for the experiment. I have done a lot of progress ever since. The place is perfectly in the middle of nowhere, out of any distractions or any curious eyes, though it gets a little lonely out here from time to time, but the experiment is too important for my minor emotions. That is a folder of... I said folder. I'll just say canvas. It's a canvas of freaking Voldemort, or whatever that dude's called from Harry Potter. The mixture seems to be too powerful for the rats. I had to find something bigger as a test subject. The mixture is still feel lack of ingredients and running out of budget funds. I feel like I'm getting nowhere. I'm getting somewhere with my experience, and it's too important to be dropped because of this. I'll have to think about something. That's when I need this. My voice chokes up, so it's really hard to read sometimes. Sounds like something is scratching a dog cage. We have to go investigate on that. What is that noise? You had yesterday's paper. Why'd you have to write on this? Mr. Tree Killer right here. Okay. So, downstairs to the basement. And then he says that there's nothing to fret about. And then we can go back to sleep. I should stop spoiling the game. I always have to spoil the game in some way. But hey, I guess it's not too much of a spoiler. This is pretty cliche when it comes to horror movies. Alright, so it could have been anything, like just some kind of animal scratching the pipes, rats in the walls, or just a noise of the old house. Whatever it was, it stopped now. I should try and get more sleep. Okay, that's haunting. That's even more haunting that it even played the ominous music afterwards. I did not click on that door. It just closed on me. Is that intentional? I don't appreciate that, developer. Okay. Yeah, we're done with this area. And I guess we'll close this door and go back to our nappy naps. Let's see, beds are over here. What? How did I end up over here? Oh, am I still outside? That's embarrassing. There we go. It's so hard to see. I just wish that there was a camera option. But I can't help that. My lighting has improved since 5 years ago, which is why I'm still complaining about the lights right now. If you watch my face cam from like 5 years ago, you can see my face cam was pretty lackluster in terms of color. I've never slept as poorly as I just did. I need to find a way to get into the rest of the rooms at the house. There's bound to be fuel somewhere in here. Alright, so he has a good reason to be at the house then. Because I was about to question why he's still here. But then you remember that he's still looking for fuel, so they definitely planned it out for the storyline. So I can't judge them on that. I don't think there's anything to judge about this game, actually. Oh yeah, I remember. There's a key at the fireplace, we had to go to that. I remember being completely bumfuzzled by this. I was like, what am I supposed to do next? It looks like there was a key hiding under the firewood. With the firewood burned off, it revealed it. And that should open up the garage? I had to go find that place somewhere. I think I just passed it. Here we go. A garage. This is what I was looking for. Now let there be fuel. Well, it's good that you're speaking providentially, but there is no fuel. I had an incident at the hospital yesterday. I was getting some supplies when I caught in an act by a nurse. I guess it was just a matter of time, even if it was the last installment I needed. I can't afford to go to prison. I can't afford to waste any time. I can't afford for anyone knowing about the experiment. I couldn't risk my life's work, so I brought her in. Possible chance that she is the creature that chases after us? Alright, so that's the map. The metal cabinet is locked with a puzzle of some kind. This is the thing. So we had to spell out paranoid on this. There we go. And that reveals a crowbar. So we can go to this Whitehall area, which is right down here. There was no fuel in the garage. I don't know what to do now. It's starting to get cold. I should light up the fireplace again. Is there like no phone anywhere? Have you checked that? That hasn't dawned on me until now. Ooh. You know, this would make for a good thumbnail right here. A thumbnail background. It kind of reminiscent to White Day. You know that white background from White Day? That's what it's reminding me of. The old crowbar broke in the process. Well, that's unfortunate. We're gonna need that for some Gmod maps. The mixture seems to have rather strange side effects. The test subject has started to forget things. It's just not amnesia either. She's forgetting everything. The test subject has forgot just about everything. Where she is, who she is, or even what she is. The mixture seems to destroy brain cells. Some of the side effects are also extreme aggression and mutation. Interesting. So we're getting some backstory of the creature that's going to chase us soon. So we got some firewood. That's going to be needed for the next day. I still know about this game pretty well. I think we had to go here for the fire, right? While it's still warm, I should try to get some sleep and think about my next move tomorrow. Alright, so things are about to get crazy pretty soon. His next move? Look for a freaking phone, dude. There probably isn't a phone. Probably isn't any, like, service either. I don't know how he's gonna dial anything. I mean, he's, like, living in the countryside, so chances of him getting a call anywhere is pretty much out of his luck. So yeah, I think it's kind of foolish of me to bring up the phone thing, so yeah, it's hard to think about an escape way. I mean, if anything, he could just write SOS in the snow, and hopefully a plane passes by. That's like the only thing I can think about doing. Alright, so that goddamn noise again. He's still wasting paper just like yesterday, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. But anywho, we gotta go all the way downstairs to the basement again. Then we have to go further down into the basement. Oh, it won't budge. So we have to go around. I guess they're trying to build some intensity from this. But the thing is, it's hard to see when I don't know where I'm going. Someone's knocking on the door. Oh, I was supposed to go this way. Okay, now we're making some progress now. Oh! That was like the most feminist scream I've ever done. Alright, so then I walked by here. Door slams open. Now the monster has been released. We're about to deal with the malice intentions of this creature. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, it was just a dream. Thank goodness. What a horrible nightmare. It felt so real. Just absolutely unfeigned. Thank goodness it wasn't real. But that music, it was certainly real. Why are they building all this music? It's increasing my anxiety. I'm completely oblivious as to what will happen next. Alright, so we had to go down here, and then... oh my gosh. We check up on this area right here. But it was just a dream. So then we go in here. Something was locked in here, and it was... is that a fly in my ear? Oh, that's in the game. Something was locked in here, and it got out. There's something in the house with me. Yeah, no shoot, Sherlock. Alright, so that's locating the attic. That's where we need to go to, which is upstairs. So yeah, things are about to get real right now. Let's see. As long as I can find my way up, then that's fine. Getting back here is going to be the hard part. He just spawned. Don't know where he spawned. So yeah, there's the attic. We gotta get the ladder, which is in that white hallway. Sound effects don't have any good directional points. Okay, ladder, ladder, ladder. Where are you? There you are. Now, he's probably gonna chase after me because I wasted so much time. Now we gotta go this way. No, not that way. Further in. I'm sorry, I cannot see. Well, that's not very nice, Mr. Monster. Oh no! So now we're in the attic. Fortunately for us, he can't come up here. He somehow can't find his way to walk up here. So I have absolutely 100% chance to not worry about anything. Why did the drawing lead me here? What is that person who drew it trying to show me? There's light coming from behind this cabinet. Right here? That's a key, which we'll need for the other side of the house. Okay, we had to go down. I had to turn off my lights several times in order to see where I needed to go, but I know exactly where to go now, so we gotta go through this door. And now, we go through this place. Why are these lights on? I guess it's solar power? I'm definitely affected by the mixture. I was driving somewhere. I don't for the life of me remember where. When just suddenly, I simply forgot how to drive. Just all of a sudden, any knowledge of how to operate a car vanished from my mind, causing me to crash the dang thing in a ditch somewhere. It seems like I'm stuck in here now. I need to start working on some kind of antidote and fast. Why didn't I work on an antidote when the test subject started showing the symptoms? Whoever it is or was, and wherever I got it from, all my knowledge of the mixture is fading out of my mind, and I need to read back on my reports in order to manufacture the antidote. It doesn't make any easier with the reports being scattered all around the place. I'm finished. I can't continue working on the antidote because I forgot the code for the lab door. Why is there a code even? Why is the lab hidden in the basement? What experiment can even be so important that I went as far as being a human as a test subject? What was the experiment even? I guess, just generally, he's pulling off some irrational, depraved manner. Let's see. There's a hidden laboratory in the basement. It doesn't sound welcoming, but it might be worth to have a look. Like I have any other options either. Okay, so now, we continue off. Given the same but now jump scares. We gotta go this way. Oh, I'm stuck. Ooh boy. That's what happens when it's too dark. I almost met my demise. Fortunately for me, I made it out to the right pathway. It was just that one sheer luck. The game crashed on me. Alright, we're back with the game. I'm not sure why it crashed. I think it's because it loaded multiple times and then it just wouldn't work out. It feels like I broke something, but it appears I survived the drop. At least the thing didn't come jump after me. The hidden laboratory is the only place I haven't searched yet. The code for the door has to be written down in there somewhere. And there is a diploma. It's some kind of medical science diploma, dedicated to someone named Edward Rupert Frankfurt. I guess that's the guy who's doing all these experiments. A note. I need to keep writing these down to remind myself. Fortunately, I had the code written down somewhere. I can't remember where anymore. But I also just wrote it down on a note because I can't seem to memorize it. But where's the note now? I'm pretty sure I left it in the dining room somewhere. Isn't any of this stuff crucial to you? Why would you just lose the notes? Knowing me, the lab must have fire exits somewhere. But even if I remember where it was, I doubt I can't get in that way. Okay. Just losing notes everywhere. This guy's so irresponsible. I had an accident in the lab today. I was trying to give another dose for the test subject, when even being tied up, she managed to knock the needle off of my hands. I think I might have gotten a small drop of it in my eye. I went to wash it immediately. After that, it's probably nothing. So it appears that Edward, or the nurse, is the creature that's chasing after us. We're gonna have to find out further in the story, because honestly don't remember any of this. Okay, so we gotta go to the fireplace. Fireplace would be right here. There's like a secret passage for a bookshelf. I found the code. I had written it down behind my self-portrait. I need to write it down immediately. The code is... It's a 1 something. I can at least decipher that. Let's see, we gotta go upstairs. Check the portrait, and then we have to go to the kitchen. That's as far as I am gonna spoil with the game. These tasks are gonna be difficult because it's so dark. Alright, right through here. So now, we go back down to the kitchen. Hopefully I know the correct passageway to that. Even though I know the layout of this place, it still confuses me to this day. I don't know where he's opening these doors at. It's so weird. Let's see. There's the knife. So now we can go back. Probably should have went the other way, right? He's probably going around the corner. Or maybe he went upstairs. We never know. Fortunately, no monster in sight. Lucky us, right? Okay, cool. Okay, 193, the last number has been completely worn out, making it impossible to read. So now we have to go down to the basement. Hardest part of this, I think. Because I couldn't see before. What makes me think I'm gonna see now? Wait, no, it's just around the corner. Ah, how'd you hear me? That's not fair. I was extremely quiet there. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I at least lost him. Oh my gosh. I think I'm just gonna turn the lights off. It'll be much easier for me. I'll type in the code later. You know what? I'll just explain what the code is, okay? I cannot see in this basement. 1934. Alright. So now, we just have to make it in. That's so frustrating. It's super dark with this game. Isn't this the music that they played in that one creepypasta story? This is like the vanguard of creepypasta music. Okay, what do we have on thoughts now? This place gives me the creeps. How did a single person achieve all of this? And for what purpose? Actually, I don't really care. All I want is some fuel for me to get out of this awful nightmare. I should search the place thoroughly. And by thoroughly, I mean, I know exactly where to go. I'm Mr. Meticulous. So we have to go left from here. I remember these vents exactly. Because I do recall getting lost in this place, and since there's a timer going on, you end up dying in there. Okay, so there's a note. I don't even know why I'm writing this. I just feel the need. I have been locking the doors for some reason. I feel like hiding something. I'm locking myself in the basement. Behind the metal door, something is about to happen to me. I don't know what, I don't remember. I don't want to hurt anybody. The metal door is operated by electricity. It won't open without power once I have locked it from the other side, turning the power out now. So yeah, it's Edward. All along, for decades, it was locked behind that metal door in the basement, and I let it out by switching the power back on. Alright. This I was not expecting. This must be the test subject. What a horrible fate. I hate the sound of flies. Every time I hear that thing, I just want to destroy it so bad. The door is stuck on its place, and I'm not strong enough to force it open. That's why you squeeze it through, as incommodious as it is. Alright, so now, I guess we check here. Oh, this is the finale. This is where it ends. I can't believe this. It's a canister full of fuel. Now I just have to get the heck out of here. You have to write your thoughts down for this. Why? I guess he wants to make a novel out of this? What a dumb creature. Alright, so now we escape. Wait. Knowledge is power. I gotta read up on this. It's more important than my life. Whatever's in those cylinders, it's highly explosive. I need to get going before the whole place blows up. Well, no point in writing that, just do it. How'd you even have the time to do that? I think the place is about to explode. Oh yep, it sounds like it's gonna explode. My choice. As incompetent as it is, knowledge is power. I'd rather be reading this stuff up before my life. Who gives a crap about life? I need knowledge. Alright, second time's a charm. We gotta run through here. This is the fire exit that he was talking about. And boom. I almost slipped off the ladder. I've been waiting for 3 minutes now. What exactly is the loading time for? The implosion of the basement? The house being destruct? I don't get... What's making me wait this long? Yeah, the game crashed again. I'm not sure why it's doing that. But it's dawn now, so we can go ahead and proceed. I just barely made it out of there. Now I just have to get into the front door and I'm out of here. Hopefully that thing blew up along with the lab of his. Ooh. This would make for a good thumbnail too. It's like giving me White Day vibes. I really like those windows. Man, now I kind of wish I lived in this primitive building. The explosion has caused extensive damage to the house, making it dangerous to travel through. I need to be careful. Yeah, you do that. Alright, so... here we go. Careful as possible. I think I can see where I'm going. Still extremely dark, but... I think I can make it out alive without any issues. Am I in the right territory? Okay, yeah, I am. Now I just need to walk up this thing. Where am I at now? Have to walk on these planks, take some crawl space around. Okay, so now I just go straight from here, right? I think. I mean, I think I made it across. But still, it's like very hard to see. Definitely some sort of flooring fell. Oh. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we need to be here. Thank goodness. You again? You know, I'm already fed up with the lighting. I don't need to be fed up with you. This guy. Looks like he didn't explode with the thing after all. But I already knew that from the start because when I died, turned out I didn't die. He was walking around. When I got out of the house, I ran as fast as I could. I didn't even stop for a second to turn around and check if that thing went after me. I didn't care about exhaustion. I just ran until I was at my car again. Quickly after that, I got the car running and I was back on the road again. The more distance I got from the house, the more relief I felt. I headed to the nearest town to finally have some rest, and to tell everyone about this nightmare hidden in the woods, so no other unlucky person would stumble into it. Because I know I'll never recover from the horrors I experienced in there. Alright, so that was Phobia 1.5, and my hair is looking all messy because of all the frustration that I've been getting from this game. But wasn't too bad. I enjoyed this overall. It's just, there are several flaws in terms of options. It just needs some gamma or some sort of brightness effect that would help make this game easier to play through. I know it might defeat the purpose of the atmosphere, but I mean, for a person who has all these professional lights, I desperately need it. You know, just have it like White Day, or maybe, I don't know if Amnesia has a gamma option. But yeah, this game is basically a symbiosis of like modern day times and Amnesia, which I liked about it. It's also pretty well designed for an FPS creator game. I can't really juxtapose this compared to all the other FPS creator horror games because I haven't played any as far as I know. This is the only FPS creator game I played, so I mean, I gotta say it's the best one I played, despite it being the only one I know I played. I mean, it definitely knocked out a lot of Unity games I played back then. I mean, comparing this to today's horror games, I guess it kind of stands above average still. Thank you for playing Password 2236. Well, why do I need a password? I don't know. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this playthrough of Phobia 1.5. I do apologize if I like constantly complained about the lighting and all, but I couldn't stand it. You saw how many times I almost died in this game, and died. So, you know, I had to throw out my rant. So, I'll see you all in the next playthrough. Stay awesome, Kitty Saviors.